Hey guys, good morning. We're at an undisclosed location outside of Berlin, and this morning I'm going to be testing the new Cinestill 400D in medium format. I'm going to be shooting it using my Pentax 6.7, and at the same time we're going to be foraging for some mushrooms, so let's see what we find. Just going to get this loaded, then we get started. I'm shooting it today at 400, but on the Cinestill website it says you can shoot it either at 200 or 800. I think it's bright enough now where 400 should be fine. Cool, load it up, let's go. Yeah, so I've already shot a few rolls of this before, and actually I really like the way that the greens and the yellows are represented. That's why I like shooting it out in the woods here. But here's a nice mushroom that I've found earlier. Let's see if we can't take a photo of it. Now normally when I'm out here I'm looking for edible mushrooms, but this one, even though I think it's not edible, or I wouldn't want to risk it, it's sitting really nicely, and I think I can get some nice sunbeams from behind it here. Do a reading. I'm going to shoot this one f4 at 30th of a second. And I've got the SMC 55mm point f4 on it, on my camera right now. It's got a pretty short focusing distance. I can get all the way up to 0.35 meters. So pretty close for medium format. Nice. Caught this little guy underneath it too. Now this time of year, I think probably the only edible mushrooms that we're gonna find are oyster mushrooms. And if I'm not mistaken, I see some. Yeah, we got some. Yeah, they're a bit dirty, but I think they'll do. Yeah, when you're out here picking mushrooms, you don't wanna just pull them right off the tree or from where they're sitting. Cut them off so you can come back and get more. Yeah, that's a nice group. Yeah, they'll for sure need to be cleaned. Should be pretty good. Yeah, I think this fall weather works really, really well with this 400D. Like I said, the way that the yellows and the greens are represented are really nice. So during this time where it's changing, these colors just pop and work really perfectly. Nice. All right, let's see if we can find some more mushrooms. Let's see, most of the time when you're out here looking for mushrooms, you don't really find anything. So it's a good time to just wander around and stare at the ground for a while. But every now and then something catches your eye, whether it's a mushroom or an opening in the forest. Oh, fuck. Gotta watch out for spiders in here. They could be around anywhere. Yeah, if you come across places like this where there's lots of dead trees lying around, or whether they're cut or if they've just fallen down, it's pretty much a safe bet that you're gonna find something mushroom-wise. Let's see. Nice. On the Cinestill website, it says that this 400D gives good warm representation of skin tones, but for me, perhaps it gets a little bit too warm. Kind of leads more towards a red spectrum than a nice warm kind of yellow tone. So for me, this is more suited to shooting something out in the woods or out in nature, and not so much portraiture, but that's just me. This is nice here, look at this. We'll take a nice shot of this one here. And we can figure out what these are. I don't think I'd want to eat these ones though. Oh, fuck. 60, all right. Nice. So we see if we can find out what these are. Not entirely sure. Better not to take them with us. Let's keep going. Yeah, so like the name says, 400D means that it's a daylight balanced film. So you're totally fine shooting it during the day, and you're not going to get this bluish tone or cyan tone that you would get with something like 800T, where you would want to shoot that more indoors, or as everybody uses it for, gas stations. Actually, the moss on the other side of the tree is really nice here. No, I've lost it. I'm not feeling it anymore. Let's keep going. Now, because the Cinestill website says that you can rate this for 200 as well. I'm gonna shoot some of these probably half or a full stop over, just to see how the extra light is handled by the film. So these guys are Birch Polypores. You can eat them, but they're not meant to be that good. And you can find them all throughout the late summer, in the fall, all over Germany. They won't pop back up again until about July or August. So there's maybe about a month left where you can find these, but I'm not gonna take them. Got it. Now, the Cinestill website also says that there's a high dynamic range on this film. So I want to find a spot, one of these little pockets of light, and test this dynamic range, see if we can get everything in the shot. If I don't get fucking trapped by a tree. Okay, I think I found my shot that I want to test out this dynamic range. Appears to be some sort of artifact from the ancient tribes that used to roam this land. Let's check it. Okay, now this is pretty cool. I think I found what could be one of the last prehistoric structures in this forest. Story goes, the Germanic nomadic tribes of this region used to build these structures and stay in them for minutes at a time, and would then move to the next location. Let's see how it's holding up. Can you believe this has been here for what could be of upwards of 6 or 7 years? I wonder if I can get an Anmeldung here. This is really incredible, and we're really lucky that we found one of these while we're out here. If we get stuck out in the forest, we can use this to survive for 3-4 hours. 400, yeah, 400. Not 50D. So the sun is at a really nice spot. I'm gonna see if I can test the dynamic range. I'm gonna try to expose for the shadows of these trees. Here's some nice little guys right here. 6 at 125. 8 at 125. I can do that. Okay, that's roll 1, finished. Please do us a favor, fold this tab under when you finish a roll of medium format. I'm holding out for a few more, but we haven't gotten super lucky so far. It's been pretty unseasonably warm the last few weeks. This could have thrown our mushroom cycles off a bit. Yeah, it's maybe a bit late in the year to find the Hall of Famers, the Fliegenpilz and Botaleas, but we'll give it a try. Nice. And just as I say we're not going to find any, I found one right here. This is your classic Botaleas. Maybe a Steinpilz? Not totally sure. But, yeah, looks like somebody's already gotten to this one. Yeah, I'm probably not going to take this one. There's holes in it. Well, perhaps that was the last one in the entire forest. Who knows? Yeah, there's lots of these orange tones from all the dead leaves. I'm going to take a shot of just the leaves here and see how it turns out. From my experience, the oranges go a little bit funky, but yeah, these are nice. So these are porcelain mushrooms, they're called. It's not difficult to understand why. Really nice and white. And they also have this gooey, well, I can't really tell, but a gooey top that you're meant to clean when you want to eat them. These are edible, so you can take these with you. But yeah, they're pretty easy to identify. But again, we're a little bit late for these ones, so it's actually kind of rare that they're out still. 60. That is one that I would not want to mess around with. I think I like it from over here, actually. Yeah, I think maybe we're like 2 or 3 weeks too late for finding all the really good stuff. So this guy here is either a wood bluet or an amethyst deceiver. Both of them are edible. Both are very tasty. Usually when there's one, there's more. They like to grow in groups. So, and like I said, as you start to dig through here, you'll start to see more. So here's another one. All I need is me and my little purple mushrooms. 4, 250, 5, 6, 125. Great. Okay, I'm almost finished with my second roll, and we haven't been super successful finding mushrooms, so I think I'll shoot the last of this roll, or we'll finish the last roll by shooting some portraits. Tristan will take a photo of me, I'll take one of him, and then we can see what skin tones look like on 400D. Yeah, first rule of going out and finding mushrooms is you want to survey the land first, so you want to either climb a tree, or in this case, this stand. You really want to just get a feel of where you're at. Yeah, 3.4 at 125 is probably fine. Sick. Yeah, maybe this here. Perfect. So what it's telling me is 4.8 at 125. So I'll shoot at 4 at 125. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, perfect. And I think I've got one more, so yeah, maybe I'll take one more even closer. And 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And that's the last shot. Just as we're walking out, found some nice edible jelly ear mushrooms. You can use them a lot in Chinese cooking, and yeah, they're super nice. Add it to the list. Woohoo! We crushed it! For safekeeping until later. I'm gonna feed everybody at the shop with these mushrooms. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Stinkhorn. Or witch's egg, I guess. We'll see it. Yep, that's it. Chris just called. I'm gonna meet him at the lab. We're gonna develop these. We're gonna scan them, and then we'll give our opinion on whether or not we like Cinestill 400D. So final thoughts on Cinestill 400D. I really like the way that it renders blues, yellows, and greens. It's perfect for outdoor use, just as we used it out in the woods. I think maybe its weak points are in the shadows. Sometimes the shadows can be a little funky looking, and reds can be really intense. Other than that, I think it's a really good film. I think it's well worth it to pick up a few rolls of it, try it out for yourself, and yeah, I would definitely recommend it to anybody who wants to shoot it.